Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday to all of you. Thank you, Rye, for the raid and bringing everyone in here from the waiting room. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. Hope you're ready for some D&D. I know I am. We missed last week. We had our Christmas game before that. I'm pretty sure we were off the week before that. So all in all, we've missed some D&D. We got some catching up to do. I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's been too long. I'm so stoked to get into the zone. Couple announcements to get through. First, a little bit of big news on my end. I have officially stepped down from my supervisor position at work and will be returning to just like a normal position there, hopefully on an 8 to 4 schedule, so I can maybe stream in the evenings, but for now it'll still be the 4 to midnight thing. So I'm going to try to stream more in the mornings, but at very least now I can guarantee, or at least starting February 2nd, when I'm off work, I don't have to worry about being on call. All of that stress is going to be off my shoulders, and I can just focus on being home and living my life. As much as I enjoyed the experience, it was an experience I do not want to experience ever again.
I've done management of people. It's a job for a certain type of person.
I'm fine with the management of people. I like the management of people. I don't like being on call. That's it. And when I signed on, it was like part of a 3-man team where you're only on call once every 3 weeks. And instead it's been like, I'm on call every other week. I spent a year or half of a year on call for work, unpaid.
Ew.
Unless I got a call, which is the bullshit.
Big ew.
Feels illegal. So I dropped that. I dropped that like a bad habit. I sent my notice in yesterday. They're like, do you want to end immediately? Or can you spend 2 weeks and do that so we have time to replace you? I was like, absolutely, I'm not a dick. I'm not trying to leave my house high and dry. So that'll be official as of February 2nd. I can't wait. I'm hoping if I can get on an 8 to 4 schedule, I'll be able to run some like more D&D games in the Discord for people. Just where I'm working the evening shift now, and that's usually when people are free to do shit. It's pretty hard for me to put anything together, so hopefully I can move forward on that very soon. I can't wait. That being said, I believe that's it for me for announcements, so I am going to open the floor because we got another couple big ones coming through. I do believe one of our party no longer has internet from the Soviet Cold War era. So JTB, why don't you fill the people in on what they have to expect going forward?
All right. Haven't really had a whole lot of time to upload things to the music channels because, again, internet is no longer shit. So I've been spending a majority of my time prepping overlays and alerts and all this stuff for an eventual stream return. Because I will be back at some point, albeit probably not the most consistent to start, but we'll see.
We don't do consistency here, that's fine.
But I will be back.
Hell yeah, we can't wait. Be sure to go by JT's stream and show some love there whenever that happens. Ryan, what do you got going on you want to tell the people about, buddy?
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, let's just do this. There we go. Blessings. And then we got
me?
For little old you. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, buddy.
No one in the
Appreciate
world's getting
you.
my prom but you.
Chris, I saw you
And-
subbed earlier too. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
You're just, we're a bunch of sweeties.
You guys are the
And
best.
your boy is a little smitten. Got himself a little bit of a crush. I spent the weekend oh my god, it was one of the best weekends of my life. Y'all, thank you everybody for letting me be the kind of person that can just fly off and come back and fly off, come back.
Yeah.
That's kind of what life is right now. We're doing a lot of flying out, coming back, but besides that, your boy is very happy.
It's good to take a little time off too and come back to it. It feels a little better. Yeah, that's just how God made him, okay? That is the perfect sound alert though, for real. Amazing. Amazing.
Why are you gay?
Very happy
No, I didn't
for
think
you.
of why.
Yeah. Have you ever asked yourself why?
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 I only just think of the how. Well, first of all, you have to take the pain. No.
You got spin on it. Never mind. Okay. Moving on,
And then
Chris. Have you prepared any pre-stream fun facts for today.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Sloths are specifically female sloths are literally too lazy to go looking for a mate. So most of the time, when they want to mate, they will sit in a tree and scream until a male sloth hears her and decides to come mate with her.
Hey, me too.
Love that. Now we know how Ryan did. Thank you guys for the hype train. I appreciate y'all so much.
And now I know what I'm doing wrong. So
yeah, you
that's
gotta
good.
just sit in more trees and scream loudly, and then you'll get all of the
I guess I'm
action,
going
bro.
to the park in the middle of a blizzard.
Get all of that.
Exactly.
Just make sure it's like a nature park and not like a playground park. You know, you don't. You gotta,
I'm not going to the
you gotta be
playground to
you
scream in a
gotta
tree.
be careful. Don't try to pick up girls at a playground, okay?
Mommy, what's that guy doing?
Don't try to
I'm
single
okay on
moms. You
that.
don't want to go down that route. They busy. They got shit to do. They don't have time for your ass.
Mom, make him stop screaming.
I'm not allowed to go within 500 feet of a playground.
Religious reasons.
Religious reasons. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And you'd have to
that's-
sacrifice all of the children to the demons
I'm a
below.
priest.
That should be a feature, actually. The minute you become a priest in the Catholic faith, immediate 500 fucking foot exclusion zone, dude.
From school.
School,
School.
playground, anywhere fucking kids exist. Period. Period. You heard it here, folks. We're revolutionizing the church.
I'll have some other fun animal fact at the end of the stream.
I'm
It's been
excited.
Chris Beats.
We've this has been Chris Beats. You're welcome. So, with all of that having been said, all of the excitement out of the way, I do believe we are ready to pick up where we left off last session. So, when last we left off, the party, after having seemingly cleansed the Vorosian Springs, a resort and glamping location to be, returned to their employer and collected a rather hefty sum of money, which you have all divided amongst yourself and have decided you will be putting towards a little bit of a down payment or of a payment on the construction happening on your home. After collecting your reward, you continue down the path back to Fort Mistmere, and your kind of base of operations, the location where all of this has kind of centered around. You went in, spent some time discussing with the individuals in town, stopped by the shops, and then eventually made your way to the Rotten Timber Tavern, where you expected to find Urson Korlev, your new, I don't want to say employee, because that might not be the word, informant. I feel like informant might be what we go with here. Your new informant, the individual who you're paying to give you information and also paying to make sure none of your personal details find their way into the hands of the Trudge Hill Trading Company. Your arrival, however, was greeted by the eyes of a helpless-looking older man who was begging anyone in the tavern to help him find his missing daughter. Something that was not lost on all of you is that your dreams, your entire evenings had been haunted by the visage of a haunting little girl. And when the man turned around, produced a sketch drawing of his daughter, you came face to face with the very girl that had seemingly haunted your footsteps this whole time. And we ended the session as he looked to you and said, "Please, you have to help me. Please, anything you can do." And he's just kind of holding this sketch in his hands, desperately holding it towards you. And that is where we're going to pick up today. There's kind of a silence that has fallen over the bar a little bit as you all are just greeted by this man. You see Urson behind him kind of just looking like he had kind of been out of his depth a little, and there's almost like a relief on his face that you have arrived to kind of waylay this man. And everyone's kind of watching this exchange with bated interest. He's just holding the image towards you guys. What are you doing?
Seeing his kind of panicness, I'll just kind of say to him, "Well, it's actually fortunate that you encountered us at this time. We're actually about to go investigate some other missing children, but we're more than happy to help you look for your girl as well.
I'm sure it's all connected.
We have a hunch too that it is, yes.
She told me she was going to go looking for them. I told her not to. Blasted little fool never listened to me.
Kids will be kids.
Do you have somewhere you're staying, somewhere we can discuss things? Anywhere, really.
Well, motions under his feet.
Oh, you're staying at the inn.
Yeah,
For the
we
time being, yes.
Just for now.
Orson kind of steps in. Your usual table's open in the back if you'd like to take a seat. I'll bring over a few glasses of water and a bite to eat. On the house.
And
he kind of just
and
looks
a nice
you on.
bottle of wine, if you don't mind, please.
Maybe something stronger.
Sure.
I love that one.
Waves his arm to you with a smile and a wink as he goes under the bar and produces a bottle of wine, what looks like a bottle of whiskey, a number of glasses, and then goes back into the kitchen, and you kind of hear him rummaging around in there. Some hushed conversations from within, and then as he's leaving, he's like, "Just hurry it up already!" And he kind of rubs his hands together and looks to take whatever customer is waiting, while the old man kind of waits expectantly for you to lead him over to your table of choosing. He seems less panicked and more like someone who has been actively trying to find help and finally has someone who's going to sit down with him, and there's almost a relief there as well.
Please
Alright,
come.
Yeah, just this one. Over.
He kind of follows you, sits down at the table where you all lead him to.
As we're walking, Dusty's gonna look up to Vikarl and just shake his head now that you've seen the image of the girl on the poster.
I'm just gonna mouth the words. I knew it. All right.
Yeah, if you would.
Wine first,
I'm gonna pull
or
the seat out.
wine or whiskey first. Everyone, pick your poison.
He grabs the whiskey immediately and just downs a glass of it quickly.
I immediately fill it again.
One, I think, is enough. Thank you all for meeting with me. You're the first.
Yes. What's your name? My name is Xechas.
My name's Yorlin. And my
Yorlin.
daughter, the one I'm looking for, she's Yora. Yora.
Or what was his name?
Yorlin. She's Yorla.
Beautiful. Those. A beautiful name. May I again see the photo?
He just puts it down on the table and slides it over, and you take it, and yeah, the face is, while it's a rough sketch, probably done by someone local with a little artistic talent based on maybe having seen this girl once or twice in town. But even with that, the appearance is more or less recognizable to you. Like, it's pretty clear this is the same little girl you've been seeing in various ghostly manner since you left town.
All right. I've committed it to memory. Everything I need there. What kind of person was Yorla?
Yora, she was an adventurer. She was an explorer. Curious like any child. Used to go into the woods all the time. My mother, or her mother, and I would tell her not to go, and she wouldn't listen. And when her mother died a few years ago, it was just me taking care of her. She grew more independent and listened to me even less.
Taking notes in the whisper jar the whole time.
She said she knew where the kids were. Said she knew how to find them.
Did she happen to mention how she knew?
She said she just knew. Something in her gut. Something told her she knew. She believed it enough to venture out there more than once.
Did she happen to be more specific about where she was going?
She said she knew. That she knew those woods better than anyone, and if anyone was going to find them, it would be her. She's still a child, but close to being a woman as well. Grown impetuous as she's got older. And she left one morning. I woke up and her jacket, her snowshoes, everything she'd need to survive was gone, taken with her. I don't think she was taken, I think she left.
It sounds like she knew exactly what she needed to do.
She's only 14. She can survive fine enough, I've taught her well, but she hasn't been back. Been gone about 5 days.
Carl kind of like straightens up. But don't worry, old friend, good friend. Truly, if you think that your daughter knew those woods, you haven't met me yet. I will find her and bring her back. Cross my heart.
"5 days in the middle of winter, I'd be surprised if she didn't try to hunker down somewhere. Maybe she's somewhere safe and sound, keeping warm out of the storms, but if something took those other kids, then, well, something might have taken her too."
We will do our best. And it might be best to start our search from where she would have left from, which is, I'm assuming, where you live.
It's a ways north, farther than most would travel. We live on a farm, far out of town, even farther past out that this fancy estate up there.
I just look at the other two.
She'd been missing for 3 days, and when I started riding here, it's about a 2 days journey north.
Well,
all right.
I believe we'd need a night of rest here, but I think we could do that.
I can lead you back in the morning, if you like.
Sure.
It's gonna be a bit of a challenge. I mean, the snow's been kind of constant. So even taking off from there, is there any specific direction you knew she would probably head in?
Said something about deep in the forest. From where we live, forest is to the south, so she would have gone south. She's somewhere between there and here. I can guarantee that much.
All right.
But I know not where.
All right. I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. If she said she knew, then my friend, she knew, and she still knows.
That's what scares me. If something has been taking these children and she finds it, well, she may be a good hunter, but she's not a fighter.
Hopefully we can beat her to whatever it is then, because fortunately we are good fighters.
Can only hope so.
Hell yeah.
Take your evening's rest. I'll prepare my things, and in the morning I'll take you where you need to go. Or at least some of the way I'd like to be back home in case she returns. For all I know, she's there waiting for me now. Old man can be hopeful, right?
Absolutely.
And
All right.
If we get a general idea of where she would have headed, we could, kind of cut off the direction. And maybe figure something out that way.
I know she's somewhere in the Festerwood. That I can guarantee. Unless she's been taken elsewhere, but that's where she would have gone to start. I can only hope that the snow hasn't buried every last trace of her.
I look at the other two. Isn't Tiny Hands holed up in the Festerwood somewhere?
I agree.
Yeah, she's they should be to the west of the small lumber camp.
Okay, yeah, there's a good chance they may have found her. We do have some friends in the Festerwood.
Right.
So there's a good chance that she could have encountered them. They would have been very good to her. So
Well, I
that
mean,
actually could be a good starting point for us.
we kind of just came from there as well. We had to go clear out some stuff in the spring area.
I trust your judgment.
Don't worry about it.
Whatever you think is best. I need to head north in the morning, and you're free to join me for as long as you like.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Well, I'm going to go get some rest for the evening. I'll meet you down here at sunrise. That's agreeable.
Very.
Absolutely.
Works for me.
Thank you. It won't be forgotten. He kind of makes his way upstairs, takes the picture, folds it back up, puts it in his coat, and kind of goes up the stairs with the appearance of a man who has worked a farm for most of his life. Like, there's a bit of a hunch to his back, there's a bit of a stiffness to him as he kind of just carries his way up there. Looks like he's probably in his late 60s at this point and has probably worked his farm since he was a child. And that is pretty visible. You can imagine that a 2 days journey in the dead of winter was quite the ordeal for him as he makes his way up those stairs and eventually disappears from your sight and makes his way to whatever room he's rented for the evening.
As he's going up, I'm just, yeah, absolutely, and please rest easy, rest hopeful, and oh my god, I couldn't tell that man the last thing in his life is gone.
Isn't the strange thing, though? He said that she's been missing for 5 days. And, Dusty, didn't you see the first visage of her a while before that?
How long ago was it that I saw her first?
5-6 days.
It was around the same time that she took off. Or went missing anyways.
Strange. I hope this doesn't mean that, but I mean that one could assume that means that,
Good.
something
Also,
happened right away.
I'm going to pull out the map that I've been working on with my cartographer's tools.
Yep.
Looks incredible.
So, if we look here, and he points to where Tiny Hands and them are,
Gobstop Workshop, yes.
this is where Tiny Hands' little group is. This is the
Right.
lumber mill, or the camp, not the mill, but you get it.
The
We came
swamp.
from down here at the springs.
Right.
So if she said the heart of the Festerwoods, then it would be, if we're thinking heart is in middle, then it would be closer towards Tiny Hands, or at least west of it.
Roll me a nature check. No advantage or anything, just
22.
You would know that the thickest and densest and hardest to traverse part of the forest is the area north of where Tiny Hands resides. Like, they're kind of just on the southern cusp of that range. And it's this deep, thick, heavy, almost swampy forest in some places, which is where it gets its name. And you know, to the general northwest of where Tiny Hands is located is just like the swamp. The actual Festerwood itself would be in there.
So
if anything could be described as the heart of the forest, you'd deduce that would probably be somewhere.
it would seem as though our best bet would be to search the area kind of northwest of where we know Tiny Hands and them would be. Obviously, if she went missing somewhere between here and there, then we'll have to kind of just come down from the north towards that area.
Right.
It might not be a bad idea to start from the south, and we wouldn't have to be catching up to them. We could potentially intercept or have better luck that way, assuming the best.
Right.
That could be the better option given how unlikely it is of us to find tracks of any kind.
Oh yes, at 5 days and heavy snowfall, it will likely be impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I kind of want to make sure the man gets back to his house relatively alright.
We can do that. If he doesn't have a horse, I'll be a horse. We'll get him back safe and sound and fast.
Yes, and I imagine we could travel faster than a child. I'd hope.
Well, if she knew the woods, then given my history as a child in the woods, might not be the easiest to catch up to.
True. I was an adult in the woods, and even I'm pretty hard to catch once I get going in those trees. Zoom!
Zoom, zoom.
All right.
We can at least travel with them past our place, and then...
Yes.
He didn't seem to know that we lived there. Should we keep it that way, or...
I like that. It's fun. I like lying randomly sometimes. Not to you two, but it's just, fun. Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
I just glare at you with a bit of a sly grin.
Having both have caught him in so many lies.
I tell you all eventually. Come on now. I'm like thinking. I don't think there's any left. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to bed.
Okay, as you guys roll up, the map having formed a bit of a plan for the day and eager to get some rest after the ordeal you all have faced in the long, almost full week of just traveling through the frigid winter of northern Vorosia. You make your way up to the 4-bed room, like the room with 4 beds, that you typically rent here and seems to be almost held for your use at any given time, unless there is a particularly busy event happening. You make your way up to the room and find it just as warm and cozy as it ever is. The windowless walls kind of leaving this space very, very dark until you go in and light the candles on the small desk in the corner that provide you a little bit of light here in this chamber. But you all kind of tuck in for an evening's rest. Is there anything you'd like to do before your sleep?
Just before we're hunkering down, we should pay Orson to upgrade this room a little bit for us. With the amount that we're here, it would be nice.
That's true. At least new bedding or something fun.
At least that.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about that later.
That's up to y'all. I'm kind of indifferent. I slept on hay on a floor for years.
You're my little farm boy, and I love it. And it's one of my favorite parts about you. You're very easy to please.
Some little sconces on the walls would be nice, and perhaps a better desk for writing. Or
Ooh,
desk,
fun.
not really a desk. Is there a desk?
That'd be nice. Be useful to...
In the room? It's
the maps.
less a desk, more just like a semi kind of
shitty table
shitty table in the corner.
Yes, perhaps I'll Give him a bit of gold before we leave in the morning.
I like it. Yes.
He's just
Sounds
rolling
good to
in the
me.
money now. Damn.
So,
So, you all take your evening's rest. Is anyone
Just grew
doing
up
a
in a
watch
mansion, okay?
or anything? What's the plan? Are you guys fairly comfortable in this space?
Think
I'll go shop.
I don't have my my alarm spell ready. And with all the fighting we've been doing, I haven't found it very prevalent to
Right.
further
I think we'll be
necessary
fine.
concoctions.
I mostly think we'll be alright. I was gonna stay up for a bit, kind of work on this as he puts the map on the little table. Kind of sketch out more shit. So I can
Smith
stay
I
up and
could
kind of.
interchange watches as well.
There we go. That works out perfect. Now I'll just sleep through the night.
Wow.
So we're all doing our part.
Love that. Okay.
Indeed.
I'll do my thing for the first 4 hours, and then I'll wake up and take watch with Smith.
Sounds good. Dusty, I will say roll me a cartographer's tools check using your I'm gonna say intelligence and your proficiency.
That is. Leave my dex. Or is it? It'd just be +4, so it'd be 23.
That'll do it. You're kind of having to go off memory on some of the regions you'd visited like previously during your adventures with the group, and kind of having to remember where things are, but kind of tapping into that kind of recall. You figure out more or less the details you were looking for. You plot out more of like the Golthy River over here on the east side with all the little islands and sandbars that help make that up. You detail the border of the Velmis River that you guys just traveled along, kind of putting in little details and turns and bends as they kind of were not previously marked on there. You lend a little more detail to the map. Is there anything else you are looking to accomplish with it tonight? With a check that high, you could probably do a decent amount of work on it.
I think specifically he's trying to map out kind of more exact locations because he had. I remember he rolled not so great the first time, so he kind of had him like sketched in, like it could be anywhere in this area. So he's
Okay.
trying to
You
triangulate
refine
everything.
the locations based on like the travel distance that you feel based approximates it. You kind of refine where the lumber camp would be located, where the hot springs were located, and overall I'd say you get the locations on your map to a point. They're within a couple 100 meters of like real world accuracy in terms of where these actual locations are.
All wrong.
Your 4 hours passes as you just spend that time working on the map. The door locked behind you does not open for the duration of your watch. And Xechas, as you kind of pass back into your state of full consciousness, you see Dusty just kind of hunched over this table awkwardly in the corner, sketching along on the map as best he can. It does not look comfortable at all.
I cast summon GPS satellite. Just kidding.
Summon GPS.
Oh, that looks good.
Hey, Stormy, thanks for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I got everything mostly correct.
If you'd like me to do some calligraphy on the locations at any point, I'd be more than happy.
Fair enough. I'll let you know. I'm trying to get everything kind of marked before I make it look fancy.
Very fair. It does look good though.
Appreciate it.
Get some rest.
If you
All
look
right.
over at Vicarl, he's just sleeping, but like this.
Just ready.
It seems like my spot's ready.
It would appear so.
Get in there, he awkwardly says.
You completely
will
engulfed
do.
in the fur coat that fucking Vicarl wears. Dusty just disappears from sight entirely. Yep, just completely absorbed in the massive fur coat. Xechas, is there anything you would like to do in this 4 hours? The door is locked. You can keep an eye on it fairly easily, but...
Have I been doing anything? I have the design for Smith's armor to make him faster and just look cooler.
Okay, it's just gonna.
Right?
I believe so. Yes, I will have to go back and check my notes, but I believe you made enough progress in the design portion. Now it's a simple matter of like getting in the forge and actively making the pieces.
Okay, so no progress with that to be made. I don't know. There's not really all that much that I need to do. I'll just pull out a book that I have. I don't know, whatever kind of book I think that would have. Probably something on, what would I have at this point? Maybe something on woodworking.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Real good at these. Oh shit, okay.
Okay. While you're sitting in the room, kind of going through your sketches, making just like little final adjustments here and there, you hear outside your door the creaking of someone like walking over a loose floorboard. And then about 4 minutes later, you hear as it goes back the other direction.
Interesting. I remain deadly silent. Like, literally deadly silent. Not breathing the whole time.
You literally stop breathing, but you can just do that,
Well,
so it doesn't
never am
matter.
breathing.
Exactly. You technically need to breathe to talk, to be fair. Otherwise, how you gonna make words? So, the rest of your... fair enough. The rest of your watch passes without incident, but the following morning, you all wake up. The sun rising outside. You can't see it through the windowless walls here, but you can feel a little bit of morning heat coming off on the eastern side of the wall here. And you gather after a full night's sleep. The sun has risen and the next day has arrived. The tavern downstairs is quiet. You hear a little bit of hustle and bustle early-ish in the morning as most of the fishermen kind of come in for their meal before heading out for the day onto the frigid waters of Rook's Bay. Try to grab whatever meager catch they can in these wintry conditions. What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna go outside and start limbering up because I have a feeling I'm going to be running.
Oh. I'm gonna get up, same meticulous thing as I do every morning. Check through everything, make sure everything's there.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, at some point someone was standing outside of our door for about 4 minutes, give or take.
It was more of like a walked past, and then 4 minutes later.
Oh, I did hear them walk
away.
Like, continue. Okay. Someone walked past our door. I don't know, was just doing a check on the hall or something. I don't really know, but something I don't usually notice.
Could have been someone going to the bathroom or something.
Well, it was coming from where the stairs are and going down the hall, then coming back and going back down the stairs.
Fair enough. Suppose someone could have been visiting someone in the night.
Perhaps the tooth
Or
fairy.
stealing from someone else.
I'd rather not think too much into it, but it's a good thing we always had a watch. Right, let's go meet
Yeah.
Yorlin.
Yeah. Let's hit the road again, I guess.
You prepare all your packs, all your gear, all of the traveling equipment you need for the day, and make your way down into the main floor lobby / dining room of the Rotten Timber Tavern. And you find that Yorlin is not waiting for you there. It's mostly empty, apart from a few kind of straggling individuals still left over from the morning rush. But Yorlin is nowhere to be seen.
Is Orson there?
Yeah. He's just kind of cleaning up the bar, tidying up some of the dishes, bringing plates back in and out from the kitchen. You see he's just served the last table of people here that looked like they were waiting for their meal. Morning, lads.
Morning. See if you can find him. I just want to have a chat with Austin really quick.
Can I do something for you?
Well, I just had a small request. I was hoping, perhaps you could, spruce up that room that we stay in frequently a little bit. We'll pay for it, of course, but, new bedding, some nice sconces, a desk, things like that.
If you're paying for it, I'll put whatever you want in the room.
It doesn't have to be super fancy, just, serviceable things like that.
Something to make it a little more cozy. I could do that.
Yes, as 5 gold enough for that?
With 5 gold, I could probably redo all the beds and then some.
Sure, we'll consider it a gift.
An investment. And he holds his hand out.
I like that better. I'll give him 5 gold. Great,
You lads heading off today?
For a little while, yes. Don't know how long we'll be, but hopefully not too long.
So
Have you seen the old man from yesterday? Has he come down?
No, not seen him. Could have missed him in the rush, but not that I can remember.
Could you possibly tell us which room he was in? I just gotta go see if he's awake.
Last room down the hallway from yours.
Appreciate it.
I come back in the door. Where's the old man?
We were just going to check the room that he was staying in. Come with us.
Well, he said he would be up first thing in the morning. Oh, lazy old.
Yeah, he said sunrise, and it is well past sunrise by the point that you guys are kind of coming down and doing all this. At least good 10, 15 minutes.
He didn't leave without us. We should at least go check.
Yep, let's go on up.
I'm gonna head on up.
Okay, you guys make your way up the stairs, kind of go up, turn right, follow the hallway that overlooks the dining room. Your door being the first on the left, the door you were instructed to go to, of course, being the last of the 4 on the left, or 3 on the left. I actually have a map. That'd probably help if I pulled that up. I do. Let's go. Yeah, I do. Okay. So there's 4 rooms. This little side building is just the top floor. I just moved it over. And it is kind of set up from like cutting off half of the dining room here. You make your way to the end and find the door there, closed, seemingly undisturbed.
Hello?
No response.
1, 2, better not sue. I opened the door.
It is locked.
Up
Oh.
Smart man. How big is the crack underneath the door?
Big enough for probably a small mouse to fit under. Or
Give me a moment.
A really determined rat could probably do it.
I just clap my hands together and I just start to... I start to get fuzzy, and then...
You see Urson, who's been leaning on the banister at the bottom of the stairs, kind of watching you guys on the balcony go over to the room. Didn't know he could do that. That's weird. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. And he just makes his way and just goes right into the kitchen like this does not concern me anymore. People are turning into animals. There's a mouse in my bar. That's not great. So you turn into a little mouse. And you going under the door. You all watch Fight Carl kind of squeeze under. The little tail disappears. And you go into the room and find it very dark. Much like your room, there are no windows in here. The candle that was probably lit during the night has long since burned down to nothing. There's just kind of a pile of melted wax on a nearby table side. Guessing as a mouse you have dark vision, but...
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, so just based on what you can see in a completely pitch black room, except for the thin little strip of light coming out under the door you just came under. You just see the bed in the corner. Looks like a double bed, a little more comfy, still about as plainly decorated as the one that you guys are used to. And there's just a lump in the bed. Looks like someone's body. Looks like someone sleeping. Very quietly.
And just as quietly, I'm just kind of laying on the floor like a rat. Okay. And I go to the door. Can I unlock the door from the inside, or does it need a key?
There is a lock on the inside as well.
I just open the door. Hello. Open the door. And just
As you open the door,
Is he in
the
there?
light spills into the room from the tavern balcony, and you guys see the same thing, just a simple desk with a candle burned down to nothing, and what appears to be a figure sleeping on the bed in the corner.
Yolan?
There's no answer.
Yolan?
Nothing.
Oh
To
dear.
look at Dusty, invite Carl. The look of
Oh dear. I immediately rush over to the bed and just start shaking.
Okay, the
Yorlin!
sheets completely cover the figure, if there's, like, face completely covered as well.
I don't go on cover. I'm just shaking. Yorlin, it's time to go. Sunrise was.
You shake the body a little, the mattress kind of shakes, you hear a little bit of kind of like the rope bands that bind it kind of pulling on the wood and creating a little bit of a sound. You also hear something kind of wet and squelchy as you do so.
Bye, Carl, stop.
Sorry.
I'm gonna slowly grab the sheet and just peek
You
under it without letting them see.
lift open the sheet, and you see immediately as you pull it up, the face of Yorlin, frozen in abject terror. Like the last thing this face saw was something horrific, and as you look further, you see chest, clothes, and then an immediate stain of red under this mass of sheets that he was covered with. From the bottom down, he has just been completely tore open. The organs within kind of spread out over the mattress as if this man was completely eviscerated in his sleep and only had the barest moment to react before death took him. And that reaction was terror. See, now there's red that has stained the mattress completely, and some of the blankets, the top one being his leather bedroll that he traveled with, the blood seemingly not having worked its way through it. You can hear now, as you stand there in the silence, the sound of blood dripping through the mattress and onto the floor below.
I just slowly put the leather cover back over him.
And that
I look over at
is
you
where we
two,
will take
even
our
more
break
pale.
for today. As you put the cover back down.
been a murder.
You put
Colonel Mustard in the
Not
library
a
with the
meow
candlestick.
meow.
as you put the sheet down and look to the party.
Even more pale than normal.
Yeah, quotes fucking Pink Panther. That is where we'll take our break with this man having seemingly been eviscerated in his sleep.
Yorlin!
Cry.
We will see you guys in 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere. We will be back in just a few. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. My stream deck locked. 1 second. 1 second. Not now. We're back. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good break. I know I did. So let's just dive right back in. When we left off, the party, having made an agreement with a friendly man named Yor. Oh, what's up, Nomi? I didn't see you there, buddy. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing today? After meeting with a fairly friendly-looking old farmer named Yorlin, the party agreed that they would travel north with him and help him locate his daughter, who had seemingly been confident enough in her abilities as a tracker that she felt she would be able to find the missing children. Chris, can you close your door?
Yes, sorry, my bad.
No worries. I could see the meter go. I was like, ooh. However, when you guys woke the following morning, you found Yorlin was not where he had agreed to meet you. A little help from Orson, you found his room, went upstairs and knocked. Receiving no answer, opened the door and found, well, Xechas found the grisly sight of Yorlin laying slaughtered within his bed, covered in all the sheets that he had fallen asleep in. We took our break just as Xechas put the blanket down and said, "There has been a murder."
Oh, right. Oh, son of a bitch.
God
Sorry, I
damn
got a
it.
spam call that cut out my audio.
Love that for you.
Everything's connected right now.
I'm gonna go let him know.
That's
Nerd with the
unexpected.
raid, let's go! Welcome in,
Yay!
nerd, appreciate you.
We were just talking about you.
Literally.
Pew, 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 pew.
Congrats again on the voice acting gig. Super happy for you, buddy.
Oh,
Welcome
yeah.
in. Y'all haven't already, go show some love to Nerd. We were just talking about, was it Tiny Hands? And your
Tiny hands be coming.
your goblin
Yeah, Nerd got a
board.
voice acting gig in a porno game. It's gonna be really cool.
Shaking.
I'll download it.
We'll all download it because that's what being a supportive friend is, okay?
Support the homies. Keep
One
the
of us
homie
is in a
corny.
porno game, we're all in a porno game. It's not a porno game. Welcome in, everyone. Silver. Hope you're doing good as well. When we left off our party, we just got back from break. Your timing was immaculate. I will run through a quick recap for everyone who came in on the raid. For those of you who don't know me, by the way, I am Rusty Tonks. These are my friends. We're playing D&D. So, before our break, the party had made a deal with a man named Yorlin to travel north with him and help find his daughter, who had seemingly gone missing while off in search of a number of other missing children from the area. You made a deal, agreed to meet in the morning. However, in the morning, he was not there to meet you. He went up to his room where he had spent the night and found, well, what was left of him. The terrified visage of a man facing death, locked on his face, the final expression of Yorlin. And basically everything below the ribcage having been torn asunder. And that is where we left off before the raid came in. What are you all doing?
I'll go let Orson know.
You hear behind you.
Man,
I'm aware. He's just like looking in the door, wide-eyed, but like there's almost a look of disappointment.
Did he sneak up on us?
He did, yes.
Goodness. Okay. Yes. Oh, he's been. Yes. Not. It's a bad time.
Funny thing, you know, when I said that this was none of my business and I should leave, well, I went into the kitchen, which is, he points below where you are currently standing.
Oh goodness.
And I found a little bit of a mess down there that I had not noticed. Figured I'd come up and see what the issue was, unless someone had spilled some tomato soup I didn't know about. But now there's, you know, the tomato soup is ruined is the important part. Won't be serving that tonight.
Smart, yeah. We'll try
Yes,
to
and
tidy up here, at least.
I'm gonna fully
body.
uncover him for everybody to see now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. As you pull the sheets down, you see the upper part of a torso, the man's face, his arms just out at the sides. Everything below the rib cage has been torn open. There is just parts laying all over the bed. And then everything kind of below the waist also remains intact. This man was just gutted alive, to put it mildly. Orson looks at it and says,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it seems unnecessary.
Well, given the
Are there
things
any,
that
like-
we've been seeing, it's kind of following suit, if I had to say.
What have you
Yeah.
lot got yourselves mixed up in now, then?
Fair question. We'll tell you when we know. Ha ha.
He looks over the body. What the fuck does something like that without anyone even knowing about it?
That's
You
what
guys
I'm
didn't
curious
hear
about as
anything
well.
while you were up here?
Actually, I did. I heard just a set of footsteps go down the hall, and then nothing, and then a set about 4 minutes later come back. I thought nothing of it because I didn't hear anything else. All I heard was footsteps.
When?
What was it, DM, around like 4 a.m.?
Putting a rough time on it, the mid hours of early morning, probably 3 a.m.
Sometime in the wee hours of the morning, I'm not entirely sure.
He leans over the banister. Gary! You hear from downstairs? Yes, sir? Did you hear anything last night? No, sir. Was on watch all night, I was. Didn't hear nothing. Harry didn't hear nothing.
Concerning.
Well,
I want to take a closer look at the body and see if I can figure anything out. about
Roll me
what I can do.
medicine or investigation check. Which you choose to roll will determine what information you're able to
Yeah.
glean from it.
I'm gonna do a medicine check. I'm also gonna guidance myself.
Sure.
Not very good. And I'm also going to... No, I don't think it matters.
You do have Flash of Genius, technically.
I only get to add a 3. It'll bring it to a 12, which, I mean, over a 9. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. With a total of 12.
That
That did make a difference. Being over a 10 made a difference. The first thing you notice, and this is pretty rudimentary, the initial wound is not clean at all. Like, it is not something that was made by a bladed weapon of some kind. It looks animalistic. It looks clawed. In fact, you actually see around the one really deep initial wound that kind of opened this man's torso up, you see what looks like maybe 2 or 3 other scratch marks from what appears to be something with 4 claws, fingers. You're not sure. Something tore this
Any
man
bite
open.
marks?
None.
Okay.
I
But it
will
seems
say,
animalistic in nature, almost.
yeah, like this man was tore open, not cut.
Okay.
Like only something with fairly substantial claws could do something like this.
Interesting.
I will
I'm
say
gonna
with the 12,
Pivot.
which is above the minimum at closer inspection, it is very obvious to you that this man's heart is nowhere to be seen. Stuart!
Did he fucking say the heart?
He said, "No fucking way, dude."
No way, dude! I wonder if he actually showed up on the stream for everybody. That might have been a just us. But as soon as I
No,
said
he
that,
was right here.
guys,
He was right.
as soon as I said
Right
that,
here.
fucking
they
Stuart just
caught him.
appeared. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Fucking
gonna
popped on the screen
pivot.
like, "They took what?"
Oh, they took his horror, dude. That's crazy.
So now having that information, can I kind of look through and see if I can find any foreign objects in the cavity,
Nothing.
like a piece of a claw or anything like that?
Nope.
Broke off. No.
Based
Okay.
on the check you just rolled, his heart's missing and he was tore open. Those are the 2 things you're able to discern.
Interesting. This one's probably pretty obvious, but he was wasn't stabbed or cut. He was torn asunder by something with gnashing claws.
Oh.
And his heart is gone, which is the more concerning thing.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you said his heart was gone.
You hear Orson behind
yes.
you just like stifle a like kind of swallows back the dry heave a little bit.
Second.
Yes, his heart is not in his body, it's completely gone.
That's fucked up.
That's putting it mildly, I feel.
All right.
Hold on. This thing has been taking kids, taunting us in the fucking forest, and now it's coming after the parents?
Seems as if maybe this man knew more than whatever this thing is wanted him to. Decided to take care of him or something like that.
If it can do this to this man, why hasn't it done that to us?
Well, if I had to venture a guess, it would be that we're not incapable.
I actually don't think it could do that to us. Immediately. Quite as rapidly.
Right. We're
But I've been
built
wrong before,
different.
and I'd rather not be wrong this time. But it's rather terrifying what it did to him. But
There's only one person that can ever take my heart.
now's not the time for your mushy shit.
It's always the time. That was adorable. And I go over and I just put my arm around him.
I just gesture to the torn asunder body on the bed.
Fair. Fair. I take my arm. Fair.
Yeah,
Fair,
Orson kind of
respect.
steps up. He's like, yeah, read the murder room.
Reverence and all that.
I was just stating a
You get to
fact.
pass.
It's my murder room. Of course I get a pass. Which leads me to my main question is, who the fuck's cleaning that up? I don't suppose
we
any
got
of you,
places to be.
any of you folks with the sparkly fingers can do anything to help with that. Look, I've done some things in my
figure it
day.
out.
I've seen some blood, but that's more than I've ever seen in my life. Combined.
Sure.
No, you don't have to stay. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Right.
I could have Gary do it.
I like this
As funny as that
idea.
would be, I don't know if Gary would do a very good job, to be fair.
I don't need him to do a good job. I just need him to deal with it.
I
At
don't
this
hate
point,
that idea.
we're throwing the whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just. Are
We get rid of-
you
We
attached
get
to
rid of
the?
the body and then you have him clean up everything.
What are we gonna do about the body? How do we explain this away? There's a
We
dead man.
don't.
There's a dead man
What
in me.
body?
There's a dead man in me.
What dead man? Where?
I'm just gonna-
I don't see
I'm
a
just
dead
gonna-
man.
Do you trust us? enough to deal with this?
Trust is a risky thing in my line of work. But yeah, yes. Yep, as
Do
my
you trust our pocketbooks enough to deal with this?
absolutely.
All right.
That
give
being
us-
said, I wash my hands of this. Consider your next stay, and any that follow on the house.
Love it.
if you want to have Gary clean up the blood, that would be great. But give us 10 minutes in the body.
Gary! You hear from downstairs?
I like
Wah!
Gary.
Gary, I need you to clean up here. Thank you. Gary's like,
In
I'm
10
fine.
minutes, we'll get rid of the body for you.
in 10 minutes, Gary.
Why did you say that the first time?
I like him. You didn't tell him about the body. He's going to be freaked out by the blood. It's gonna be funny.
Actually, you know, I think we're just not gonna tell him. It's gonna be funny.
Haha!
Also, I don't think hollering out the body up here is a great
Yes.
Well, he's bleeding through the fucking floor at this point, mate. I'm pretty sure people are going to figure it out eventually.
Why don't
yeah, but no one
you
goes
go
in the
grab
kitchen.
a bucket for that while we get rid of the body, and then
Gary,
go.
you hear Gary come down from upstairs. Boss! Roof's leaking!
He's the only one that's gonna notice that. He's the only one that goes in the kitchen.
Amazing.
Except for Sandra, but it's not important. She's off
Okay,
today.
2 people are gonna know.
Oh, and Sandra's brother, he brings by all the deliveries, you know.
Sure.
Fire these motherfuckers.
Well, I can't work the entire bar myself now, can I?
Fair.
Alright, I digress. You deal with him, I'll deal with Gary. And I'll try to tidy up the kitchen. And I'm gonna put on a new soup, actually. That's probably the most important part.
Good plan.
As he's walking out, he's like, I'm never gonna be able to look at tomato soup the same again. Steps out from around the door.
All right, I'm going to get the 2 of them in, shut, and lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look at Dusty. I think the only way to get rid of this body without anyone knowing is for Violet to eat him.
I'm not having my daughter eat this man.
Vycro just looks up.
Do we want the authorities to find out about a strange thing that we're trying to investigate and them taking it over from us? Or do we want to get rid of this without any pitch going down?
Okay, hear me out. Crazy ploy here. We were already going to check into this. We were already going to check into this, right? If the authorities take over it, then they all get murdered, then they have to pay us more.
As good as the chaos sounds, we need to not have any more suspicion on us.
That's also fair. Also, I don't want to just keep leaving it around so children... I would prefer to have less children going missing. Would be
Yes,
ideal.
therefore, Violet has to eat this man.
No!
Yes.
How about I
only
bundle
way.
him?
It's the only way.
How about we bundle him up and put him in a couple of blankets, bundle him up, and then I will go out. I'll turn into a giant elk like I do, and when we run up towards the Fester Wood, we'll try to stop off at a cliffside and do a nice funeral for him or something.
But Violet's hungry.
I'm not feeding this man and my daughter.
Then that's a fair stance to take, honey. It truly is. I understand it. I look over at Xechas for just a second. I go, oh, we'll find a way. We'll find a way to a good place to burial at sea. Something good. As I'm like taking up the 4 corners of the bloody sheet. It'll be great. It'll be great.
As you do that, you kind of fold them together and you just hear as the body just compresses in on itself.
Oh, look,
Nice.
for easy storage.
Didn't like that. Like
I
that
could
at all.
turn him invisible.
Oh, that'll help get us out, at least until we get out of town. Yeah, let's maybe do that.
Why can't we put him in the bag again?
It's completely full.
Oh, yeah. You like look over at it, it's like bulging.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of like spines coming out from the meat that you got in there. It's just barely
I have
pushing out of the pocket
2
dimension.
rifles, a bundle of 3 leather hides, a heat pack, 100 pounds of auroch meat, an auroch horn, a savager pelt, 6 savager quills, a savager head, 8 savager claws, and 3 spa passes.
That's,
This is a fucking Brahmin. You're a Fallout caravan
you're a Fallout
trader. Oh my
caravan.
god.
wandering in the Mojave almost
Yeah.
makes you wish for a
Makes you
nuclear
wish for a
winter.
nuclear winter. I know that reference now.
No. No.
I also have like most of my inventory in there, so yeah, no, there's no room for a body.
No, we got it. I'll just carry it. You make it invisible, and I'll try my best to stand up straight and walk like I'm not carrying a dead man on my back.
Dusty's gonna grab a hold of the necklace. And he's gonna just kind of think, almost like he's hoping that he can communicate through it, though he's not sure if it works that way. And he's just gonna Violet, is there any so I can just put this man in the necklace with you and not have you eat him, perhaps?
As you hold the necklace and talk to it, you realize this is the first time you've tried to do that. And a few seconds later, you hear an answer. It sounds like Violet, but somehow different. She kind of responds, "Well, I can't make any promises, but I can
Don't
try."
eat the dead guy. Please.
Okay.
I also don't even know if I can put him in there.
I mean, you can try if you want. You sure I can't eat him? I'm really hungry. I feel like I could eat a horse.
Okay.
Maybe two.
Zayas, what if we feed Violet a bunch of the meat in your bag and then stuff the dead guy in?
Okay, fair.
Good compromise, actually. We don't really need any more of that, or much more of that savage meat. I'll keep a couple of the good pieces, but it'll be more than a body, that's for sure.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Grabs necklace. Sound like a compromise?
I didn't sound like a compromise.
We're gonna feed you a bunch of the old savager that we killed and put the body in the small bag.
I mean, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just hungry, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, clear a little bit of room, I guess.
I'm gonna just take out all the savager meat.
And I don't know if you can like put dead things in here and stuff. You could try. I think whatever goes in has to be alive.
We're just gonna bring you out, put you on the bed or something, since you're
okay
chilling. And then
do that.
We'll feed you, and then we'll do that.
That sounds like a great idea. And you hear like this tinge of excitement in her voice.
Yeah. So I guess we just take a few steps back. He's not very large, so.
I'm gonna double check that the door is locked, which it is because I locked it.
Yes, it is locked.
Shelter.
Okay. This time
all the rock
as
meat is on the ground.
The sapphire, is it sapphire? Blue? The blue amulet begins to glow and pulse, and then it's accompanied by that usual purple glow that comes from Violet, as you all know. And where normally there's a flash of light and Violet appears before you, small, triumphant, victorious. That's not what happens this time. I need everyone to roll a dex save as a figure easily double the previous size of the creature you were expecting appears before you as two wings unfurl and just slap all of you around the space of this confined room. I need everyone to roll me a dexterity
10 by
saving
10
throw.
room?
It's a 10 by 10 room, and this is a 5-foot creature with a 10-foot wingspan. And no idea how to use them. Okay. So everyone rolls pretty good. You manage to move out of the way as like the wings are kind of flapping around, knocking stuff off, getting a little bit of the viscera spattered on the wall. And then Violet kind of like flops out her wings, and then you see them furl back up onto her back. And where Violet previously was the small, diminutive form of an amethyst dragon, you now see like it can only be described as like a miniature amethyst dragon. Like it's a medium size, about the size of a horse. With a full wingspan, tail, and the spines along her back where they were previously these kind of small little raised things are now these like jagged spikes of amethyst that come out, creating almost like a mohawk of spines down her back. She stretches. I've been waiting to
fuck.
Looks up. I've been waiting to do that.
What did he do to you in there?
Nothing.
Oh,
He didn't do anything. It's something about like the accumulation of knowledge, and as you grow, I grow. I don't know, I just woke up this morning and I had wings that work. They work. Watch. And she starts trying to fly and just flapping the wings.
I'm trying to like fucking block the wings.
You just getting flapped in the face like a dog waving its tail, excitedly whacking you, except it's wings.
Protect the body from getting completely thrown all over the room.
Violet now looks around and sees there's just blood everywhere, and she stops. Oh, you want me to eat that guy?
Oh, no, you gotta eat the meat that we're gonna.
She licks her lips as she's looking at the
now all over the room.
Oh, okay. She just digs in, kind of huddles up in the corner, curls into a ball, very similar, or like a coil, very similar to how she usually would, and just begins snacking on all of the is the auroch or the savager meat you pulled out?
I took out the savager meat, and it was in a pile, but it probably is all over the room.
All over the room, yeah. She kind of has to like pick pieces up off and around the floor. And for the first time, you all see Violet as a medium-sized dragon.
Have fun, Greg.
Oh no.
Cool.
He looks at the others. The fuck are we supposed to do about this?
Well, that's why we got you the. And I point to the gem.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll fit in there, any size, no worries. You also notice she's speaking perfect common, and for the first time, Xechas and Vykarl, you understand her.
Oh, you can speak common. Interesting. Oh,
Well, I learned.
What now?
I learned a thing or two while I was in there. You know, I've been practicing.
Oh, very good. I suppose I should introduce myself formally. I'm Xechas.
Nice to meet you. I'm Violet. You smell funny. No offense.
Yes, I know.
Come on, you can't just be telling people they smell funny.
Honesty is the best policy, is what I was told. And she looks over at Vykarl, and you.
Ha! Hi, honey. Violet, wow. I look at Dusty.
Violet goes towards you, Vykarl, until she's like almost nose to nose with you. You're okay. And she gives you just a little bonk on the forehead with her little amethyst forehead. Goes back to eating.
He's just looking at my girl like
silently.
Literally, all I have to do all day is sit inside that thing and watch you guys talk and kill things. And you know, sometimes it's just boring. So I picked up some stuff.
That's
smartest.
That's good.
You're the smartest in the team for sure.
I'm not even gonna argue with that, actually.
Yeah.
The main reason for that is that if we were to have you out, the company wouldn't just kill you. They would take you,
appreciate you.
Support you for all sorts of.
Yeah, no, I watched. I like I said, I've just been kind of keeping an eye on things from in there, and you know, it's pretty entertaining.
Good.
Well, I'm glad you get a bunch of entertainment out of bullshit we're dealing with.
I mean, to be fair, I was sleeping, so I didn't see. And she kind of like uses the point of her wing to point to the bed where the slaughtered man was previously laying. Didn't see all of that. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. To be fair.
How's that bag space look?
It should be, and like I've got him down to the shoulders. Should be good.
As he just sinks into the bag, one crunch and squelchy noise at a time.
I tried to wrap him as tight as I could in that bag, but there was just so much
Effluence.
Mush. Effluence.
Effluence.
Too much Agent Orange in the bag.
No. You stuff all of this dead dude into your bag of holding as Violet finishes her meal. She's like, I'm guessing I gotta go back in there because all these people outside are gonna freak out if they see a dragon.
Yeah.
And she flops out her wings one more time as she says, dragon.
Also might not fit out of that door there, to be honest.
And
You calling me fat?
No, I'm calling you majestic, to be honest.
That's better.
Powerful.
That's better. I like that even more.
Uh-huh.
don't look at me.
I'm looking at you because
Stare.
I can't put myself back in the necklace, Dad.
Oh well, yeah. I was just watching how the floor is slowly starting to buckle in where
Okay,
the wet spot is.
put me back in the necklace. You're starting to put
Shelter,
myself of
shelter,
steam now.
shelter,
Thank you.
shelter,
you
shelter.
keep saying
Shelter.
it. Nothing happens. As Dusty says it, she appears back into the necklace, and it continues the kind of alternating blue and purple pulsating light that kind of emanates from it ever so slightly.
Yeah, we don't tell him that that's our fault until it's slightly like.
There's definitely like a little bit of a bend to the floor. You think maybe the combined of all the blood that has seeped into it probably softened up the wood a little bit. There's definitely a little bit of sag happening.
I can't do anything about the staining, but I will do a mending on that area.
Sure,
Just
to
they
make it
managed
more
to
solid.
fix the floor up. Some of the
Reduce the
blood
sag.
comes out of the wood as you cast it, as it rehardens and unwaterlogs itself.
I don't clean up the blood.
No, that's
Let it-
Greg's gonna handle
Greg.
that. Do you guys leave? What's the plan?
On the road again.
Yes, I'm going to change my clothes first, though. Because I've covered myself in blood now.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
gonna...
fair.
In fact, I will say anyone who was in here when Violet came out, it has probably at least a little bit of blood on yourselves at this point.
Man,
This is a 10 by 15 room. She takes up 5 by 5. I would almost say 5
I'm
by
gonna go-
10.
I'm gonna go roll in the snow for a little while. Excuse me.
Well,
I'm gonna have a peek out the hall. Is there anyone there?
You do see, kind of standing at the top of the stairs with a mop and a shitty little metal bucket, this really like skinny, gangly, mousy looking guy. He's got like a bit of a hunched back and shoulders. You can see his shoulder blade, like the bones of his collarbone kind of sticking out a little. He doesn't look malnourished. He just looks like a really fucking skinny person whose metabolism never
Malformed.
slowed down. Like he's just,
Mm-hmm.
he looks up, he's like, "Hi, I'm Gary. Nice to meet you."
Have fun, Gary.
How do you mean have fun? How bad is it in there? And he looks past you. What the
Good to go.
fuck?
I'm gonna run into our room really quick, trying to avoid being seen covered in blood.
He's just standing there looking at the room. You didn't tell me it would be so bloody in here.
well,
I completely ignore Gary.
yeah.
Love him.
Good luck, bud. Pats his shoulder and walks up.
Thank you. Thank you for the luck. I'm gonna need it. Just kind of like puts his head down defeated and makes his way into the room, closes the door. It's almost reminiscent of like a fast food employee who has to go mop the McDonald's bathroom after someone did something horrible in it.
Shit on
That's
the ground.
yeah, like literally is what this guy's life is right now. It's cleaning up the shit that fucking Urston Corliv doesn't want to. You hear as the door closes, "I need to find a better job." You hear the sound of a wet mop hitting floor and just as someone's sliding a sloppy, wet, bloody mop over the floor, probably doing a better job of spreading it around than anything else.
How, looking at my girl, how mad do you think Orson would be if we just hired Gary to clean our house out from under?
I'm sure we could word it in a way that'll sound good for us. We're pretty good at that.
I come back
Possibly.
out of our room in my like normal traveler clothes, some slightly less fancy ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was horrible.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I did think about something.
Yeah.
Possibly be seen as a fortuitous for our circumstance. No need to go north.
I was thinking the same thing. As he looks
Fair.
around.
Y'all fucked up.
Silver linings.
Y'all
Now we
fucked
can
up.
go to the Gobstopper workshop. The Gobstop workshop and go from there.
Yeah, I guess we just go pay Tiny Hands a visit.
Sounds like a
No.
plan.
To do that, yes. Perhaps you've
Search
seen
around.
something. Who knows?
We're going to the Gobstop workshop. Love that.
I am mostly certain that, minus the father, we're probably not finding the other either.
Oh,
If I had to
Yeah.
guess based off of what we just saw and what we saw
Yeah.
in our dreams. Or I guess they weren't dreams. It was kind of just there.
they felt like dreams.
Hallucinations,
Yeah, good way to put
mirages, whatever you want to call them.
it. Scare is what I call it.
I could put a job posting up for just someone to go do a wellness check at where the place was. DM, did he mention exactly where he lived?
He said about 2 hours north of you at a farm. Could be
Well-
any one of the hundreds of farms that dot the entire road from here all the way to Port Arrington. Or Port... whichever.
He never mentioned exactly which farm was his, so I don't think that we could send someone to go do a wellness check.
Well, I don't
But
think a
we're
wellness
near
check would
it.
do anything for us, really.
Yeah, you know his wife is dead, his daughter is missing. So
Oh yeah,
unless-
right. Never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
unless,
forgot that
unless
he
she
was
returned
previously deceased.
home since he left, it's unlikely a wellness check would do much.
All right, well, go see Tiny Hands.
Yeah,
Away
let's
we go.
let's head that way.
Okay. Going to the Gobstop workshop.
Yay!
Hell yeah. You guys know that the path west of Fort Mistmere that goes to the lumber camp splits off right at that, like the lumber camp itself. One path going north and then kind of looping back towards the west, whereas you guys would have proceeded just along the southwestern road there. We'll say, for the sake of brevity, it is about a day's journey to the Gobstop workshop from Fort Mistmere, so there will be a rest at some point. So we'll say, with Dusty leading the party as a very skilled traveler in the forest itself, and based on the fact that you guys were on this road literally yesterday, you're not going to encounter anything of concern along the way. When you get to the lumber camp, you do notice that it has been torn down, like all the representatives of the Milton group who had established their kind of small base there while they were waiting for someone to clear it out, have seemingly moved, and you see very obvious evidence of like a group of people moving westward along that road along the river. Yes.
What have we done with our yurt? Because it's not in my bag of holding. Who's someone carrying our yurt this whole
No,
time?
I think the bag. Someone's gonna have to answer that actually, yeah, because it wouldn't have fit in the bag of
'Cause I
holding.
don't recall.
I feel like the yurt. I think the yurt was the thing that would have made the bag of holding like completely full, would it not? Like that was the final straw.
That was the last thing I wrote in there. 'Cause it is... No, just this Savagery Clause and the spa passes.
I would say the spa
Get
passes
it
would
to
go
the-
with the yurt. No, I did guarantee someone took it. I think what I told you was with all that meat in there and saving room for the yurt, it would be full. The yurt was the thing that brought it to capacity. So that is still in there.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to clarify that because
Yeah,
that was a big
to-
part of our contract.
Totally fine. I'd also say you
My
could
girl was
like
really attached to that.
if just for the sake of shuffling around, you could like replace the tent that you carry with the yurt to kind of replace some space and have left the tent behind. But that would have been
There's also
what brought it to full.
I guess there's a body instead of the savagery meat. I should write down that there's the body.
A corpse in your bag of holding yet again. For the
Oops.
umpteenth time. Thank you for popping in, TD Fox. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Appreciate you. We're hanging
This
out
is
playing some D&D.
probably the most intact corpse I've had in here before.
Yes,
Sure.
based on, yeah, there's historical precedent. That is the most intact body that has been in your bag of holding. Unless we're counting when you smuggled Dusty in it.
Oh yeah.
Most intact corpse.
Most intact
There we go.
corpse. That's important. That's an important
Semantics.
distinction there.
Okay. Anyways,
I will say you guys pass the lumber camp, and I'd say, Dusty, roll me a survival check just to find a good, like, suitable place to camp for the evening.
avec la guidance.
With guidance.
Nice.
All right, 22 plus whatever guidance is going to be, 25. You find the best campsite you could have possibly found in the woods. It's kind of nestled between these two little rises, like hills, with trees that kind of surround them, creating this little clearing where you can kind of pitch a tent and get some shelter from the wind and the elements, but like still clear enough above that the sun for most of the day would keep your camp warm. So you would wake up to like a nice warm morning sun. You managed to find a fairly decent campsite. Is anyone taking watch? And if so, who?
Me first.
Okay, Carl's taking first watch. Dusty gets some rest.
Smith will do his orbiting thing.
Aerial
time as well.
patrols, fair. Xechas, you take your 4 hours. Carl, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, mama.
Fun to troll the DM
16.
today. That's okay, because my girlfriend, Kayla, gave me advantage about 13 minutes ago, so I can just cancel those two out now and just do a straight roll. Okay.
Nope.
Your next roll is a straight roll, DM.
It's a straight roll. No non-straight rolls allowed. Straight only. We're all
Sorry,
good,
Ryan.
though.
Sorry, Ryan.
By Carl, you kind of sit here in the clearing around your tent. Small fire you've made for yourself burning to provide some warmth. You kind of sit around it, keeping an eye on the forest around you. It is silent. It is quiet to a degree that you almost get that sense of nagging sense of anxiety that comes with sitting in a very quiet forest after a snowfall. All sound is kind of muffled, and this gentle quiet has kind of fallen on the earth. And while you're looking around, you're kind of thinking back over everything that happened in the last 24 hours, coming face to face with that old man in the bar and seeing the image of his daughter, the same little girl that had haunted your guys' entire trail, your entire adventure, appearing in various forms of dismemberment during your travels. You almost expect to see that as you look out in this kind of awkwardly calm, quiet forest. However, that is not what you see. As you sit, you see something move behind one of the trees. Something just draws your attention, and it looks like something just passed behind a tree. And as you watch the tree, you see walking out from the other side of it, just passing horizontally or perpendicular across your vision, a young boy, brown hair, on this side. Looks completely normal, but you're only seeing him from the profile. As he reaches about the middle point between these two trees, he turns and looks towards you, revealing a very similarly gashed face to the one you saw in the little girl. And he just looks at you and smiles, the scar kind of opens up, revealing the side of the teeth, and he passes behind another tree and vanishes. As you wait for him to appear the other side, he does not. But a little girl does, with similarly colored brown hair. Jovial smile on this half of her face, and as she turns towards you, her face is normal here, but from the entire right side, she is just split. There is no arm. Most of the leg is destroyed. He passes behind another tree. disappears. And as you sit there, you are greeted by a parade of child after child passing tree to tree, each one of them in various states of dismemberment, revealing possibly how they died, or maybe just a ghostly visage here to haunt you during your watch. As the child steps out behind the last tree, you see the familiar face, the little blonde girl, bearing wounds that match her father's exactly. She steps behind a large tree. Nothing appears out the other side. She just vanishes. No sound, no moments, just an endless parade of kids walking, looking towards you, smiling and revealing how they died. And that is where we'll end the session for this evening. We did a bit of a shorter one today.
Incredible.
We had to get back into things. We had to get back into things. That made me feel bad. I don't like that.
Behind you, isn't she?
This quest has gone to some dark places and making me feel a little like I need a break. So we're going to call it there. And we will come back to this next week as we continue our investigation into whatever is going on here in Verosia. All of that being said, y'all, I'm sorry for anyone who's disturbed by all of that, but this quest line has gone to some pretty dark places. While we recover from that and I find someone for us to raid out on, Ryan, I'm going to pass things over to you to say some words to the people. What do you have to say? I don't know how to come down from that right now. I'm like trying to like bring it in a little bit. That was a lot.
Whew. I am streaming regularly. We're doing a lot of Skyrim. We're doing some Fallout. We're doing all sorts of the regular World of Warcraft. Come RPG with me sometime, would you?
Do it. JT, any words for the people?
Yeah. Gonna keep working on getting stream stuff set up and hopefully be back sometime soonish. I'm mostly got shit figured out. Just working out the details at this point. No idea what I'm gonna stream or do. However, I can tell you it's gonna be the music streams from back in the day, that kind of stuff. Probably a bunch of challenge runs and other random bullshit that I do.
Cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait for JTB streams again. I'm hoping to guest on some of them. We're gonna have to do some shit together. Chris, do you have like a happy fact? Or something to like bring the vibe back up after all the grisly murders?
I have an actual neat fact. Roosters' calls are so loud that they temporarily deafen themselves every time they crow so that they don't damage their own hearing.
Okay. That's a cool one. I like that one.
And so nature's alarm clock doesn't blow its eardrums out. Shit is loud.
We learned a new thing right now. So, that'll be it for today, guys.
Is hilarious.
It is very funny. We're going to raid out to Raditash. She's playing Phasmophobia. So we're going to go show some love there. I appreciate everyone who came out for the game tonight. Sorry things are getting to a pretty dark point. I'm hoping the next quest line, the big prison break, is a little more lighthearted. But I'm going to be honest, I fucking doubt it.
A lighthearted prison break. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Oh, no.
Breaking out of jail.
It's going to be great. So we will pick up where we left off next week. In the meantime, y'all, the world is very dark and scary place right now. Almost to the point it makes our D&D campaign seem like a walk in the park. But I just want to remind everyone that in these trying times, be good to each other, love each other, put more love into the world than you take out of it, because that is how we make the world a better place. In the meantime, guys, I have been Rusty. These have been my friends. Be good to each other, love each other, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
I love you, and I miss you.